Hello, hello. Welcome to True Moon Tarot. My name is Felecia Marie. And sorry, my voice is scratchy. Today we are going to be doing air signs. So that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Now, I meditated a little bit before, and the only things that I was kind of like picking up on off the bat were somebody is regretting the lost opportunity, or like regretting a missed opportunity, something that they thought that they wanted or that they really do want, but for whatever reason it just didn't work out. For some of you, the reason it didn't work out is because there's some kind of subconscious fear, trauma, idea that is in your head that stems from your childhood, stems from your root chakra. There's something there, like a blockage, something that you kind of need to release and take care of before you can get that opportunity or that wish fulfillment that you wanted. Now, what sign that's for, I have no idea. And I do know that I saw like a lot of red, so that can either be like red, like anger, like your root chakra. It could be really just between those two things, to be honest. That's all I feel like it is. Some people, maybe you're a little rageful, but to me, whenever I feel rage or I see it when I meditate, it's more of like a burgundy type red. It's not like a red, it's like a dark red. Because usually the rage stems from some sort of trauma. Like, usually when people have rage, it's not just because they're upset. It's because something seriously is hurting them, right? And so then they act out in a rageful manner because it's the only way that they can express how they feel. Anyways, so we are going to start with Gemini. I'm writing down the timestamps, y'all. I apologize. Alrighty, Gemini. What messages do we have for Gemini at this current moment? Okay, so Gemini, you need to, of course, Gemini, you need to be more open with your emotions. There's something that there's an action, a message, a feeling that you've wanted to portray to somebody, and for whatever reason you just haven't done it. You have not expressed truly how you feel. Once you do that, things are gonna pick up for you. Not necessarily, they may not feel how you feel. They may not understand why you feel the way that you feel. But once you get that off of your chest, and once you're able to release those feelings, those thoughts, those emotions, the universe has a chance to do what it needs to do. The reason I kind of chuckled was because the card that came out was the Lover's card, which is the Gemini card. Okay, this is something that involves a relationship that's closest to you, whether that is, a friendship or an actual relationship. And I feel like this is somebody that's not close to you, because we have the Six of Swords card, which usually denotes travel, the action of movement, moving something. So maybe, they're long distance from you. You guys aren't in the same general vicinity. Or it could just be the movement of your emotions, right? The movement of your feel, like the movement of how you feel, the way that everything kind of flows and the way that it works out, right? Okay, we also have the Page of Pentacles here. So we've got, excuse me. For some of you, this is definitely a movement in travel. This is a movement of a job, a movement of the where you live. For some of you, it's more of too many people take and not give. Or for some of you, you're taking too much and you're not giving. You may feel like you're reciprocating somebody's feelings, or that you're reciprocating somebody's energy, right? Like you're matching what they give to you, but you're really not. You're actually taking more from them than what you're giving to them. What is... Let's have a positive note. What does Gemini have to look forward to? Okay, so this is the Santh and Muertha card that is specific for this deck, so I will actually read to you from the book. But what I'm picking up on is it's something that... Is that the book? Yeah. This is going to be a new start, a new fulfillment, the fruition of your deepest desires, right? There's once you get these things off your chest, once you release all of your fears, once you work on the things that truly that you've kind of been avoiding. Don't get me wrong, you've probably been working on them, but let's be honest, you're not focused on them. You're not focused on the right things, right? Once you do that and you start letting the universe do what it needs to do, and you release what you need to release, and you work on what you need to work on, the universe does what it's supposed to do. God does what he's supposed to do. You're going to end up with this new sense of creativity, this new sense of creating something, fertility, conception. For some of you, you might actually be pregnant. This is literally the mother card. So let us read for you from the book. It is number 13. Of course, it's number 13. Okay. A profound transformation, a renewal, and a true and proper revolution. If it is life that generates death, then death generates life. We are connected to all that surrounds us, to the people who have come before us, and to those who will come from the cradle to the tomb, from the coffin to the womb, in the continual exchange and a continual regeneration, not of opposites, but of complementary elements. Santh and Muertha brings with it new projects, changes, cuts, and the necessary abandonment of what we keep stationary and entangled, like the past or suffocating ties. These changes, however, are not always pain-free, but can bring with them trauma, anger, violence, and loss, including an immobility when we refuse to take on these transmutations. Accept the changes that are offered in front of you without fear of cutting ties and cutting yourself off from your old positions, old ideas, or preconceptions. A mutation is imposing itself. So that really just kind of hones in on whatever it is that you need to work on, right? There's something that is holding you back from truly transforming, from truly having this new beginning. So Gemini, just figure out whatever it is that you need to work on. To be honest, you probably thought about it throughout this little reading here. You've probably, it was probably like kind of like a little whisper in the back of your head. This is the moon at the bottom of the deck. So subconsciously, you know what it is that you need to let go of. You know what it is that you need to do in order to help facilitate this change that's coming about, right? So Gemini, I hope that this resonated with you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Alrighty, lovely Libras. We are starting your reading, lovely Libras. What kind of messages do we have, okay, for Libra at this time? That's a lot of cards. We're just going to take that first one. Okay, so Libras, you have a chance to, how do I put this? You have the chance to start over somewhere, but this is an opportunity that's coming to you. It's going to kind of rock you emotionally. You're not going to want to do it probably because it's going to cause too much stress between your friends or your family, or, you know, like if you're married, maybe your husband doesn't want to leave or your wife doesn't want to leave. But this is going to be a job. This is going to be something that helps set you up for this next cycle that you're going to that's going to be occurring. You have the opportunity to go through that door. You have it, and it's not going to be easy. You are going to lose some things, lose some people in the process. However, if as long as you stay true to yourself and how you feel about the situation, and you acknowledge everything that occurs because of whatever this is, it's gonna work out. You're going to kind of, you may be starting over, but you're going to be in a better place, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's 2 cards so far that Gemini also had. This is an opportunity that's going to help you facilitate these dreams, these desires, these wants that you have. I'm seeing a lot of blue here. Out of all of these cards, blue and green are the most prevalent for your spread. So truly, you need to be making sure that you are speaking your truth. You're not letting anything get blocked right here, right? You're not letting somebody else's judgments or somebody else's portrayals or somebody else's affect you, right? You are staying true to what you feel, what you believe, what you see. You know, you're not taking anybody's BS. Why? Okay. I was asking why the Knight of Pentacles was here, which was also one of the other cards that we had with the Gemini reading. The other one that we had was the Six of Swords, which talks about travel, talks about movement, talks about transmutations, and the beginning of a new cycle, right? Then, like I said, we also had the Knight of Pentacles card, which they also had. The card that I chose to pull for you was the Samantha card, which Gemini also had, which talks about letting go of the fears, letting go of the things that no longer serve you, the things that tie you down, whether that's friends, whether that's family, whether that's your job, even just, like a significant other, even just a mindset or even a habit. If you get rid of whatever it is, the universe is going to be able to do its job. It's going to be able to take you into this new beginning, right? So like I did with Gemini, I will read to you from the book what the Santa card is. That way you actually have a solid understanding of it, because it's not a normal card in a normal tarot deck, right? So the Santa card, let's see, we'll try to get where there's no reflection. A profound transformation, a renewal, a true and proper revolution. If it is life that generates death, then death generates life. We are connected to all that surrounds us, to the people who have come before us, and to those who will come from the cradle to the womb. From the cradle to the tomb, from the coffin to the womb, in a continual exchange and a continual regeneration, not of opposites, but of complementary elements. Santa Muerte brings with it new projects, changes, cuts, and the necessary abandonment of what we keep stationary and entangled, like the past or suffocating ties. These changes, however, are not always pain-free, but can bring with them trauma, anger, violence, and loss, including an immobility when we refuse to take on these transmutations. Accept the changes that are offered in front of you without fear of cutting ties or cutting yourself off from your old positions, old ideas, and preconceptions. A mutation is imposing on itself. Okay, so with that being said, right now the path that you're going on, which was before you clicked on this video, energetically how you were feeling, the way that you were going about things, was there was going to be some conflict. You were going to fear. You do fear the things that are happening. You do fear the signs that you've been receiving about this new whatever it is that you need to do, right? Whatever it is that you need to let go of. If you are true and honest to yourself and you understand that, one, everything happens for a reason. Two, if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. If you are meant to experience a lesson, you are going to experience a lesson, right? You can't stop it. With that being said, as long as you acknowledge it, and as long as you acknowledge that not only can life be what you create it and what you make it, but it's also something that you really can't control, and you realize that sometimes things just happen, then they're going to flow more smoothly. You're not going to have as many bumps in your road. You're not going to hit as many speed bumps, right? So let me do... Okay, I was going to say, let me shuffle to do a card for your, what you have to look, what you can look forward to. And then I was like, let me check the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck was the High Priestess card. So, you are on the sort of the right path, right? There's still a few things that you need to get rid of. There's still a few people that you probably need to cut ties to. There's still a few fears that you haven't worked through yet. And they don't necessarily have to be fears like, terrible things. It could just be something like, please forgive me for saying this, I'm afraid my boyfriend's going to leave me. Or, I'm afraid somebody's cheating on me. I'm afraid, I'm too insecure, right? Those are little tiny fears that you subconsciously are feeding into yourselves and you're giving yourselves. When you do those things, it's going to create that kind of environment for you. So you have to subconsciously and consciously work on those things. Remind yourself that you are a bad bee. Remind yourself that you're the hottest thing to ever hit the block, right? Even if you're not, even if you think somebody else is hotter than you, you're like, hey, listen, I'm hot. Listen, I don't really like the way I look all the time, but guess what? I'm wearing short shorts and a crop top, and you can't really tell, right? Because I got a belly, okay? So the F what? You don't like it, bye-bye, right? Okay, that's how you need to be. You need to not have any insecurity. Well, I don't want to say not have any, because everybody's always going to have insecurities, but you need to work on those fears. And then once you do those things and you're able to let the universe do what it does, things will work out. So, my lovely Libras, I hope that resonated with you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Alrighty, let's do lovely Aquarius. Lovely Aquarius, what kind of messages do we have for our lovely Aquariuses? I'm just going to let those fall for a second. I had to clean my cards because they were dirty. So, they're a little wet still. They're kind of sticking together still, just a little bit, but not too much. Okay. Guess that's meant to be like that. Okay, so Aquarius. There's going to be some kind of, I don't want to say conflict, but there's going to be some kind of imbalance within your life, and it's going to be a good thing. You're going to think that it's a bad thing, and you're probably going to want to run away, but don't do it. It's going to be okay. You just need to understand that this is karma in the universe's way of setting things back on the right path. This is the process that needs to happen in order to make sure that everything that's supposed to happen in your life happens in the timely manner that it's supposed to, that it follows the right path, right? So whatever this conflict is, you're going to want to run away. I feel like it has to do with a romantic relationship. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Like maybe there's some sort of disagreement or an argument. Somebody is literally nailing themselves into their own coffin, however that saying goes. They are digging their own grave, so to speak. And that's okay. You are going to kind of go with the flow in regards to how it all ends up playing out, right? You're going to feel like you want to run away because your intuition was right. Or it was along the path of being right, right? So I don't know why, but I keep thinking about spiders. The thoughts like literally crossed my mind like 5 different times. Okay, so there's a decision that has to be made, and you're letting your fears and your not fears, I apologize. You're letting your lustful feelings get in the way, or that's what they're doing. That's what happened. But there was a decision that somebody had made, and it was solely based off of lust, off of and it's not even like passion type lust. It's literally just like that nasty type lust. Like somebody just really wanted something because they really thought it was nice, and they just really didn't care about what somebody else wanted. And I'm not saying that, that was a cheating situation, because it could have not been that. It could have just been a flirtation. It could have just been, I don't know, somebody checking somebody out when they shouldn't be, or just flirting with somebody when they shouldn't be, You are all in your head. You're not relying on your intuition anymore. You're letting the influences from your past dictate how it plays out right now. You are letting it, I don't want to say control you, but you're not letting it control you, if that makes sense. You're ignoring what you feel. You're ignoring what you see. You're ignoring your own intuition. But why? Okay, I asked to show me more about the Devil card, and the Tower came out. Somebody's standing on the sidelines. Somebody else is kind of watching all of this play out. Question is, why? Why are they watching? Why? Have you been feeling like you're being watched? Or are you watching somebody else? For some of you, you've gotten yourself into a situation that has been draining you. While you do enjoy it and while you do have fun, it's taking a lot out of you. And if you yourself have not been doing things or been in a situation to be drained, even energetically, then I would look at the people that are closest to you. I would look at your relationship with them. I would look at their relationship with you. How do things play out with them? Because you could be picking up on whatever's going on with them, right? Like even with like let's say sexual relationships, there's an energy frequency that gets transferred from one person to another, right? So then if you're going out and you're having sex with all these different people, you're going to be picking all these other people energetically, in a sense, have had sex with each other because of you, because you're going out having sex and you're not letting yourself release feelings or letting yourself, you're being sloppy. So who around you is being sloppy? Whether that's a physical thing or just energetically, somebody is just being nice to your face, but behind your back they're saying crap, right? Or, you go to the store and meanwhile your significant other's at the house flirting with somebody over the phone, like they're texting or whatever, but you're gone. But then you come back and something just feels off. Or while you're gone, you get this sense that something's wrong. That's because you guys are energetically connected. Don't act impulsively. And then I looked down and the Ace of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. So, some of you really want to do something. You really want to just release it all, but don't do that. Give me